A beautiful night for soccer in downtown Fresno as Central Valley Fuego FC host the league leaders North Carolina FC in a USL League One match on this beautiful Friday night. Taking a look at the USL League One standings, North Carolina FC, the toast of the town, 13 points in a mere 6 matches, a goal difference of +5, and one of those games in hand against Fuego FC tonight. Fuego at the bottom of the table with only 4 points. They have a lot to play for tonight to get going in their 2023 season. This man, Jose Carrera Garcia, has to be the inspiration for this Fuego FC team tonight. He's making his debut from Chattanooga last season, where he scored 2 goals and 7 assists. He has the skill, he has the talent and the leadership to turn this season around in 2023 for this Fuego FC team. The league leading Rafa Menzingen, 5 goals already in a mere 6 matches, scored from the penalty spot just last season and got a brace just before that the week before. He is a handful for every defender in the league. He can score from the sides, he can score from the penalty spot, he has pace, he has the entire package. He would look to add to his tally tonight and put North Carolina on his back as the season continues. So Fuego FC looking to get a win at home to try and get out of the bottom cellar and try to put North Carolina FC in problems tonight. Stay tuned for kickoff in only moments.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Welcome to beautiful Fresno State Soccer Stadium in Fresno, California. 67 degrees at kickoff. Just a fantastic atmosphere for this matchup. Taking a look at tonight's starting lineups. Central Valley Fuego. Well, boy, do they need some inspiration. And that man, number 10, Carrera Garcia, will be pulling the strings in midfield. Partida at left back, Chavez, Luis and Lemus make the centre back, make the defense, Ramos, and this man, number 11, Alex Cerritos, scoring 1 goal so far this season. He has been inspirational, but they're going to need some more from him in the midfield. Bijev, Ramon and Casillas make up the starting 11 for the home team. As for the visitors, unchanged 11 as expected. Louis Young, Fernandez, Garcia, Blanco and Holiday make up that back line. And in the midfield, Arriaga, Maldonado and Luis Perez, the Frenchman, who's been the toast of the tongue with the team. 2 goals and as many chances created as any other player. Shirvania, number 10, will be another creative playmaker with Perez in midfield. Anderson and, of course, Rafa Menzingen will continue to add to his tally as the season continues. Well, speaking of Garcia, there he is standing over the ball, looking to get his team on his back and try to get Fuego FC back in the discussion for this 2023 season. Fuego FC in red going from right to left. North Carolina, the league leaders in blue, left to right. Central Valley just 4 points so far, and North Carolina 13 points. We are in Fresno State University. My name is Ryan Davis. Absolute joy to be with you to bring this broadcast. Chavez, the long ball over the top. So it's going to be a throw-in for North Carolina. North Carolina, such a great start. Coach John Bradford talked about the team coming together week by week. And it's been a better group effort, which has resulted in good results. A bit of a scrum half in the opening minutes. Looks like it's going to be a North Carolina free kick at the end of it. It's going to be Louis Perez, the Frenchman, winning the free kick. Louis Perez is a former UCF Knight from Central Florida. He has a deft left foot, cultured left foot as we say. There's 2 goals and is equally as good as serving them up as he is as scoring.
Great. You move? You want me in the shot or what? Yeah, you're in the shot, bro. Either sit down or go all the way to the ball.
So a free kick to start this match. Perez waiting for the big centre backs. And of course, Alex Anderson from St. Vincent. The man with the blonde hair on the top of the box. The centre forward for tonight for North Carolina. The targets are there. Let's see the choice. Perez. It's a low cross. And the shot comes in against the defense. Arriaga tries to clean up. Really cross into the far post, and Perez could not get to it. So throw in for the home team. A chance for Fuego FC to get some sort of rhythm. Captain tonight, as you can see, Jordan Chavez, number 15 in the background, hands on hips. Partida with a throw, only as far as Young. Maldonado finding Fernandez. Garcia. On the line it goes. Given away. Perez. Anderson. Still Anderson. Anderson goes down. No call by the referee. He has such pace, Alex Anderson from St. Vincent. Took his player on, went down. The referee unhinged. Going all the way back to Nick Holiday, getting his 7th start in as many games this season. Just last week, North Carolina 2-1 winners over Greenville as they continue their winning start to the season. 4 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss for this North Carolina team. Arriaga looking for support, finds it. Blanco. There's Rafa trying a shot, and why not? Just wide. Well, we talked about Rafa Menzingen at the start of this broadcast, and you know why. Full of confidence, 5 goals in 6 games, and you cannot give him any daylight. Just a sniff at goal, has a shot, and it whizzes by the last post. With the deflection means a corner, the first corner of the game, and it goes to North Carolina. And the in-swinging corner by the left-footed Perez is brought to you by El Mexicano. Perez to the near post, Anderson headed out, and the shot comes in just over the bar. Well, the follow-up by Mikey Maldonado, the captain, just got under it, but a good effort and a good start for North Carolina. Chavez, loose pass, a careless pass means North Carolina has possession. Garcia, David Garcia from Mallorca, Spain, to Gustavo Fernandez. The turn by Rafa. Still Rafa. Oh, he's full of life, isn't he? The ball to the far post. Couldn't find Perez. So the corner kick to the first post to Anderson, gets a touch, headed out, and it falls for Maldonado, who just spoons it over the bar. Here's Maldonado, certainly the leader of this bunch. Most tackles and duels last match versus Greensville. He's a former UPSL player. Here he is on the ball, playing for San Antonio Runners. So he's worked his way up the United States soccer tree with UPSL, then USL League Two, now USL League One. Chavez. Cerritos goes down, gets the free kick. It's been a high press so far from North Carolina, not allowing the out of form Fuego FC to get any sort of rhythm. Speaking to Coach Martin Vasquez from Central Valley Fuego, he's saying everything is going to have to be perfect, even the smallest details, for this team to get back into the win column and to get any sort of result against this very dangerous North Carolina team. Here's Lemus, the right back. Over the top. Well defended in the end by Garcia. Anderson feels the physicality, gets the free kick. Here's Dulis, Francois Dulis, who conceded the free kick. Another free kick. You can understand Fuego FC trying to make something happen with Carrera and Casillas. He's trying to get anything going with intensity. So much pressure on his shoulders. Took a little while to get his visa so he can play for North Carolina. Yes, he played for Chattanooga last season, but that means his visa had to be renewed for 2023. So Omar Lemus will take this throw in. He's from San Jose, California, the right back. Flicked on, beautifully flicked on. Casillas and wide to Ramon. Javi Ramon. The early cross. Drops to Arriaga. Perez. Young. the switches smartly, finding Garcia. Blanco looks inside to Nelson. Arriaga, dispossessed by Ramon. Played all the way back to the keeper. Mitchell North had to clear it quickly. Cleared out by Chavez. Cerritos. David Ramon. Still Ramon. Gets it back. Cross on the ground. Out by Garcia. So a bit of inspiration by Fuego FC. Ramon David getting the ball back from Chavez. Excellent clearance in the end by David Garcia. Perez. Anderson draws the free kick. Blue card by the referee. Perez wants one. Garcia coming across. He was the one with the infringement. Here's Anderson, who was brought down in the box with no penalty just moments ago. He gets a hold of this one. And there's Garcia coming in late. No yellow card. So Maldonado having a discussion with the referee. Fierro is going to have his hands full. The feisty Fuego FC team trying to get back in the win column. Leaders North Carolina not going to give an inch. So free kick to North Carolina. And it's going to be the centre-back David Garcia from Mallorca. Looking for Rafa. Kept in by Diego Casillas. Here's Nelson Blanco, the man from El Salvador. Started all 5 games this season at left back. Here's Nick Holiday. Garcia. Chavez to Luis. Chavez. Very short to Ramos. Given away. Maldonado. Quickly to Arriaga. Looking for Anderson, well read by the captain, but still Anderson, that speed making up for it. Anderson cuts inside, looking for options. Being crowded out, here's Ramon, coming all the way back. And in the end, the man from St. Vincent wins the corner. Alex Anderson from the St. Vincent and Grenadines, 2 goals and 2 assists so far this season. And he is lightning quick. So Perez gets to take the El Mexicano corner kick. Oh, and this one, Rafa was on it, but looks like there was a deflection by a defender. And we'll do it over again. Perez leads this team in chances created. 10 chances he's created so far this season. To the near post, headed out. Young back to Perez. Perez shifty as ever. Onto that weaker right foot. Wants to get back to the left. Finds Young with space. Young to the top of the box. The shot comes in. Oh, and it's saved by North and cleared away at the end by Casillas. Jadon Servania, the number 10. It was Perez finding Young. Perez finding Young here. Young finds Servania, the Puerto Rican. Great shot. And North couldn't hold on to it, but Casillas cleaning up. Another El Mexicano corner. Perez to the near post. Awkward bounce. Servania. Hounded, he goes down. No call. Casillas up the line. Couldn't find Garcia. Ordering Lemus to take a couple of steps back. "16 minutes gone, and it's been all North Carolina so far. The switch, looking for Ramon, over his shoulder, couldn't keep it in. Christian Young, second season, taking me through in from Plantation, Florida. Garcia going all the way back to Holiday. Fernandez looking out left, only as far as Casillas. Bijev laying it off for Cabrera. Trying to find Ramon cutting in. Cerritos was asking for it. Holiday gladly accepted. Nelson Blanco. Fernandez recycling. Pressure by Fuego FC, winning the throw-in. The captain, Jordan Chavez. When asking Martin Vasquez one of the keys to the game, he said merely keeping players onto the field. That seems to be a challenge for Fuego FC. In their last 2 matches, they've had 2 red cards. They're finished with 10 men. There's Martin Vasquez, such a great personality. So gracious with his information and his time. But it was Mohamed Dabo getting sent off in the last game. Again, the game before that, it was Adrian Vera getting sent off. So they've been playing with 10 men for the last 2 matches. Almost impossible to get a result under those odds. Bijev clips it in beautifully, looking for Cerritos. Out by Blanco. Servania. Cabrera. Bijev. Heavy tackle. Holiday, only 17 years old, second season, which means he made his debut at 16 years old last year in 2022. Arriaga. Rafa gets past one. Still Rafa. Has a shot, and Anderson gets a piece to it. It was one of those efforts where it was almost a half shot, half pass to the last post. And Anderson just got his foot to it. Players down. Referee plays on. And Blanco. Little misunderstanding with Servania. Here's Rafa Menzingen again, just creating space for himself effortlessly. Tries the shot, but almost splices it. And Anderson gets on the end of it. Mitchell North, the keeper, had one big save to make. Didn't hold on to it, but stopped the shot's progress. Bijev nodded on beautifully, only as far as Maldonado. Arriaga. Lee Perez to his right. Sees him now, Perez with room. Top of the box, Maldonado. Young. Perez. And looks like Young ran into an offside position. And it's going to be a free kick for Fuego FC. There's the captain, undoubtedly one of the leaders of this team. Coach Martin Vasquez said it very poignantly that Jordan Chavez is the leader. To go along with Ramos, Ozzy Ramos in number 6. David Ramon has to take care of some of his shoelaces. The California native will get back to his left wing position. Fuego FC playing in a 4-3-3. North Carolina playing in a 4-4-2. Menzingen, Anderson up top. Any chance of Fuego home team, the fans trying to get their team on their backs. Ramos. Cabrera coming deep. He's an orchestrator, did that for the Red Wolves so beautifully last year. Perez goes down and North Carolina wins the free kick. The last time these two teams met last season, North Carolina won by 2-1. Garrett McLaughlin and Nicholas Rincon on the goals for North Carolina. Christian Cheney getting the goal for Central Valley Fuego FC. Back here by Perez, doesn't work out. Maldonado all the way back to Holiday. Rafa goes down and looks like he's going to win a free kick. Got the ball to his chest. Lemus was beaten, and I believe Lemus stuck a hand out to stop the ever-running Menzingen. And Rafa won the free kick. Yellow card for Omar Lemus. First one in the books. There's that ball over the top. Lemus out of position. There's the chest strap, and look at the hand just to grab Rafa, and you can't blame him. Rafa Menzingen gets control of that and gets in full flight. It will be problems at the back. And all the talk of red cards for Fuego FC. Lemus has a yellow card after only 24 minutes. Not sure what Martin Vasquez has in mind, maybe at halftime. Benzingen. Spliced away, and it's going to be a corner kick for the visitors. So far, 4 corners. This will be number 5 for North Carolina in the opening 25 minutes. Cross comes into the near post, flicked on by Fernandez, out by Cabrera. Ramon retreating. Garcia, heavy tackle. And Young with the throw. Arriaga to the last post. Headed out, good defending by Lemus. And he wins the free kick, the right back. I asked Coach John Bradford, what's his secret to North Carolina's success so far this year? He said the new players like Navarro, Benton, Garcia, Maldonado, Luis Perez have fit in so easily. And the team's unselfishness and willingness to run has proved to be so successful in the opening 6 matches, compiling goal after goal, chance after chance. Rafa, and of course this man who's been unstoppable. Lovely turn by Ramos. And the player's down, and the referee, Fierro, is going to have to even this one out. An off the ball foul on Servania. We'll find out who it is. But Ricardo Fierro, the referee, is going to try to get to the bottom of this. The captain, Maldonado, is holding his face. The referee's calling for the medical staff. Looks like he's not willing to take any action against Fuego FC. Here's that replay, Maldonado. And you can see it in the hand from Ramos into Maldonado's face. So Maldonado's getting some treatment. Looks like in the eye area. Maybe a finger to the eye. Here's John Bradford, who's done a fantastic job keeping this team motivated, hungry. He said there is a concern of just the 1 clean sheet in 6 matches, but the rate they've been scoring, it has not been a problem so far. So the captain, Maldonado, his very first season, and he has the captain's armband already. Such a leader. He leads his team with assists, with 2. Was with Madison FC last season. So versatile, can play right back, centre back, holding midfield, centre midfield. Just a coach's delight. De Luis, Cabrera. Can he inspire this team to a result today? Fernandez, the header. Ramon gives chase, can't get to it. Chavez. Chavez helps it on. Bit of an untidy touch. But Partida recovers. Chavez goes long. Bijev trying to turn. Here comes Rafa to the rescue. Garcia gives it away. Ramon, the shifty Ramon. Trying to win the throw-in, and it's going to be a throw-in for North Carolina. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Cerritos. It's going to be an offside call. North Carolina free kick. So in the opening 30 minutes, we've seen just glimpses of light from Fuego FC. Bijev hasn't been involved in the play so far. But it's been all North Carolina continuing that trend of form. Anderson goes down. Still Anderson. Now he can show some pace. Anderson looking for Rafa. Rafa, he's on the end of it. And Rafa scores. You cannot blink. Anderson, Rafa, 1-0 North Carolina. Goal number 6 to the Starlet. And what a way to took it. Anderson goes down, but he recovers here, and he uses that pace. And look at the little pass into the stride of Rafa Mensenjan, and the dink pass North, as cool as you like the other side of the pillow, and it's 1-0 to North Carolina. They deserve the lead, and the talisman gets his 6th for the season, and Anderson gets his 3rd assist. Mensenjan reminding everyone we're up 1-0 now. Let's be smart. What a season he's having. 6 goals in 7 matches. Unstoppable. And he's not done yet. De Luis. Bijev gets ahead to it and foul as well. Blanco, the left back, taking a breather. And Fernandez, Gustavo Fernandez. Here's Nelson Blanco. Anthony El Salvador has 8 appearances for his national team. Police with an excellent takedown, finding Ramon. Ramon gives it away. Chavez with the tackle. Cerritos goes down and wins the free kick. Cabrera. Fuego FC have to come from a goal down yet again. Cerritos. Lemus on a yellow card. Chavez. Partida. Can't get past Perez. Ramos. Cabrera. Starting to take the ball along. Lemus. Bijev. Cross. It's a deflection from Blanco. Bijev does not win the corner. it's been a long first half so far for Vilian Bijev. He's been putting in the effort. No luck for the big centre forward. So far, first half statistics, North Carolina has had 52% possession, 48% in home team. Regards to shots, it's been one-sided, 7 shots to 0 in favour of the visitors. Holiday looking for his man. Cerritos, hounded by Garcia. Great tackle in the end from the man from Mallorca. But referee Fierro decides it's a free kick. Has to be hard done, and a yellow card. Well, the shake of the head by Garcia, and you can understand why. Yes, it was a slight tackle, but it looks like he got all ball. Cerritos, there it is. Points to the ball as well. He can't believe it. Maldonado can't believe it. Can Carrera come up with something magical? Bijev is in there. Luis is in there, the big centre back. Carrera. To the last post. Drops to Cerritos. And now North Carolina have a counter-attack. The Puerto Rican Servania. Great transition defense. Anderson takes it down. The shot across the face of the goal. Goal kick in the end. But great bit of control by Olex Anderson. A swift counter-attack from the corner kick, from the free kick rather. Servania, the early ball, taken down by Anderson. Could have been a handball. And it flashes up across the post. Bijev with a lovely chest pass. And he's looking for Cerritos, and out comes Holiday. Quickly off his line. And he had to. But the chest pass by Bijev was magical. Bijev. Chavez. 38 minutes gone. North Carolina 1. Central Valley Fuego FC 0. A goal by Rafa Mensingen from an assist from Olex Anderson. Partners in crime in this 4-4-2 setup. Here's Coach Bradford giving some insight from the sidelines. He made it very clear that he's not going to let Fuego FC dictate the tempo, even though they are the visitors today. They have come in here so far and led in possession. North Carolina. They have put their identity on the game, a stamp of authority. And were rewarded for a goal by Rafa Mensingen, his goal number 6. Ramon. Cerritos. Bijev. Looking back for Cerritos, but Garcia's there. So is Rafa. Luis. Lemos. Carrera. Chavez can't keep it in play. Just before this game, Fuego FC lost at home last week to Knoxville FC 1-0 as they continue to slip down the standings. No further to go, they are dead last and trying to find some inspiration today against the #1 team, North Carolina FC. Anderson tries to turn. Partida is there. Ramos. Lemus. Early ball to Bijev. Ramon. Perez keeps it in. Garcia. He can't keep it in. Signs of life from Fuego FC. Carrera. The back heel. Ramon. Counter attack, looking for the speedy Anderson, and he has room to work. Alex Anderson taking players on, gets to the left foot, and it's wide. Well, when he gets the ball, the blinders go on, and it's only forward motion. Gets to the left foot, and just tried to bend it into that last post, but just couldn't get his foot around him. Such a star, Alex Anderson. Has an MLS Cup to his name with Seattle in 2016, the Sounders. It's 14, more than 14 appearances with his national team. Here's Perez, finding Arriaga across the goal. Cleared away. Ramos retrieves it, goes up the line, looking for Casillas. Casillas goes down and wins the free kick. Brazilian has done the job again. Rafa getting his 6th goal, breaking the deadlock, giving the visitors a valuable 1-0 lead. Bijev, fantastic control, just loses his footing at the end. Looking for Anderson, Anderson hounding the Luis. And finally the centre back gets the call. Is telling the referee it's my free kick, and Fierro just trying to calm things down. Partida. Luis. Lemos. Out by Garcia. Casillas. Carrera. Chavez tries to thread the needle, out by Garcia. So we are in the final minute of this first half. Casillas goes down and wins another free kick. Quickly taken. is it? Silvania's gone down. Looks to be cramping up. It's all just the first half. Confirmation from the fourth official, 2 minutes of stoppage time will be added to the first half. Luis finding Chavez. Chavez, little dink. Partida. Fuego with numbers. Ramon. Cleared away by Young. Only as far as Ramos. Bijev gets a head up. Holiday takes it easily in the end. Little collision from Cerritos, but no harm, no foul. Keepers are advised to dictate the tempo of their teams. Holiday's going to take his time and see out the half. Long kick for Anderson. Out by Chavez. Maldonado. Young. Arriaga. To the corner flag is Anderson. Beautiful skill by Anderson. Oh, and he gets the better of Chavez. And Chavez is going to be booked. Anderson, he is just too slippery. And Chavez just lashes out and is going to be put into the referee's books. So the second yellow card for Fuego FC. Omar Lemus early on in the first half, and now the captain, Jordan Chavez. Let's take a second look. Anderson goes down to the corner flag. It's always going to be hard for Chavez on a 1v1. The hesitation, the scoop, and he's off to the races, and Chavez just unloads on Anderson. So the captain in the books. So, can North Carolina make Chavez and Fuego FC pay by capitalizing on this very last kick of the first half? It's none other than Luis Perez, the Frenchman. Looking for options. Oh, it's played on the ground, something out of the schoolyard. Perez looking for the short pass on the penalty spot. And that was the last kick of the game, of the first half rather. After 45 minutes, the league leaders through this man, Rafa Mensingen, gets his 6th goal, the team's first of this game. And North Carolina take a 1-0 lead over Fuego FC after 45 minutes. We'll be back with first half highlights and stats. Stay tuned.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Oh, that one a good strike, and he finds the back of the net.
For Ownby. Ownby cuts it back. Ownby's cross to the back post. Dead! How about that start from Louisville City? Oh my goodness!
Welcome back to Fresno State Soccer Stadium in Fresno, California. North Carolina FC leads Central Valley Fuego FC by a goal to nil. Well, Northern Colorado Hailstorm player and teammate Irvin Parra has been diagnosed with testicular cancer. His teammates and his club has made a video in tribute to the player. Let's take a look.
I'm pretty sure everybody around right now wants to know like why I'm not playing and whatnot. I'm battling cancer. Got diagnosed with testicular cancer, you know, February 6th. Right away, my oncologist told me that I needed surgery. On February 13th, you know, I did my surgery. Through the scans and everything, it looked good. So I could have returned to play. So that's why I was back in preseason, you know, with the team and whatnot. You know, but unfortunately, you know, my oncologist called me again. I had to go in to get a PET scan. And so once I did the PET scan, the results came in that, you know, cancer was spreaded. So then I had to do 3 cycles of chemotherapy, which is what I'm currently doing right now. So far, so good. You know, I've been taking the treatment quite well. You know, there is some rainy days, just like there is some sunny days, you know. I love to be out there, you know, and even play 10, 5 minutes, you know. Sometimes, you know, life just gives you certain obstacles that you have to, you know, be patient. It's been quite difficult, to be honest with you. I mean, this is all I've ever have done in my life. The game is temporary, and for me right now, I see life a little bit different. Honestly, I have one goal, and that's to get back to 100% health. I'm pretty sure everybody wants the same. I know once I'm at 100%, I kind of showed last year what I'm about.
Good chest down, the shot. Oh, what a goal, Irvin Parra! Are you kidding me? That's what that man can do.
You know, the t-shirts, you know, that was being given out to the players in the warm-ups. It was just something that I'm never going to forget in my life. I genuinely feel that they're playing for me, you know, since I'm not there to play for them. I'm really proud of that, you know. I'm really proud to know that I play a big role in this organization and in this team. Honestly, what I learned about myself these past few months is I didn't know I was that strong. Like I didn't know I was this strong. That's it.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Oh, that one a good strike, and he finds the back of the net.
For Ownby. Ownby cuts it back. Ownby's cross to the back post. Dead! How about that start from Louisville City? Oh my goodness!
Oh, that one a good strike, and he finds the back of the net.
For Ownby. Ownby cuts it back. Ownby's cross to the back post. Dead! How about that start from Louisville City?
Here's our USL League One news and notes for the week. First to 50, Greenville becomes the first club in League One's history to reach 50 regular season victories. Signing alert, Fuego FC signs veteran goal scorer Turks and Caicos Islands native Billy Forbes for 2023, and boy do they need the goals. Player of the week, Noe Meza. He scored that fantastical bicycle kick and a brace just last week against Northern Colorado, and he joins a host of players like Hornsby for Richmond Kickers, who early on tonight played a 0-0 draw. But Menzingen, who scored his 6th goal tonight, is also on that team of the week with Luis Perez, the talisman for North Carolina. Here's the scoreboard. Charlotte Independence goes down to Greenville for their 50th win. Knoxville SC tied 0-0 with forward Madison FC. Richmond Kickers and Union Omaha tonight deadlocked going into that game, and they stayed deadlocked going after that game. 0-0 at full time. Chattanooga Red Wolves goes down 2-0 to South Georgia Tormenta FC. Upcoming schedule, May 13th, next Saturday. Greenville Triumph will host Richmond Kickers at 7 p.m. Lexington hosts Charlotte Independence. North Carolina FC, the league leaders, host forward Madison. One Knoxville will take on Northern Colorado Hailstorm. And then, just 3 days later, Knoxville SC will host Chattanooga Red Wolves. And then the league leaders, big matchup against number 5 Richmond Kickers, May 17th at 7 p.m. on ESPN+. We'll be right back with second half and first half highlights right after the break.
Oh my goodness!
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Welcome back to beautiful Fresno State Soccer Stadium, where Central Valley Fuego FC are down a goal to nil to the league leaders, North Carolina FC. Let's take a look at the first half highlights. In the 5th minute, North Carolina on the front foot. Rafa Menzingen has a shot from distance, and it's just past North's last post. The Brazilian almost opened his account. Just 1 minute later, from the corner kick, Anderson. It falls to the captain Maldonado, and he kicks it over bar with a brilliant delivery by Perez. And the skipper couldn't convert. In the 15th minute, more North Carolina. Perez finding Young. Young, top of the box, finding Cervania, his left-footed shot saved by North and cleared away in the end by the defense of Fuego FC. It was Diego Casillas coming to the rescue to clear it away. 32 minutes gone, and the visitors continue to press. Anderson with space, the little pass to Rafa. The dink makes it 1-0, and the Brazilian continues to score as North Carolina take a 1-0 lead on the road to continue their winning ways. So first half stats: a goal to nil for North Carolina, shots 9-1. It shows the dominance of this North Carolina FC team. Shots on target 3-0. Possession, Fuego FC doing a good job in maintaining the ball, but North Carolina are clinical on the counter-attack. So we are back in Fresno State Soccer Stadium, and Mr. Trouble himself, Rafa Menzingen, will try to add to his tally of a goal tonight and 6 overall for the season. So far, no word on substitutions for the half. We will get clarification. And we're off for the second half. North Carolina now going from right to left on your screen. Anderson, top of the box. So a sub for the home team. Zahir Vasquez comes in, and David Ramon comes out. The cross in, Anderson over the post. And another substitution. It is Cromwell, number 4, coming in. Number 15, Jordan Chavez, the centre-back, who was yellow carded for the tackle on Anderson. The captain departs. So just a quick reminder, Vasquez comes in for Ramon, and Cromwell coming in for the captain, Jordan Chavez, for Central Valley Fuego. No changes for North Carolina. Lemos. Bijev. Aris Casillas. Out by Holiday. Bijev. Garcia intercepts. Looking for a counter-attack through this man, Anderson, DeLuis. And these two have been battling all night long, like hammer and tongue. Maldonado quickly to Luis, covers it up. Jeff pulls off his man and wins the free kick. Jose Garcia Carrera takes it quickly. Recycling the ball back to North. Cromwell to no one. Here's North Carolina. Early ball for Maldonado, looking for assist number 3. You can see what he can do when he gets the ball with any sort of transition. Maldonado can make that quick pass. Carrera's coming back deeper and deeper, trying to orchestrate things for Fuego FC. Cromwell. The big switch to Casillas. Fernandez. Flicked on by Rafa to Sylvania. Heavy touch. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2023. Whether your club is on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+, the home of the USL, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.com.espn.com. Here's the substitute, Cromwell. Lovely taken down by Garcia. Maldonado, Sylvania. Perez, errant pass, trying to get it back. He extended the forearm, Perez. He's going to be called for a free kick. Here's Perez with that misunderstanding with Young. You can see him extend the arms to Lemus. Cerritos goes down, no call. There's Rafa in full stride. Still Rafa. Defending in the end. Like Casillas. Makes way for Blanco. Anderson to the byline. Anderson across the goal. It's Cromwell with an important clearance. Arriaga, Maldonado. Blanco to Rafa. Arriaga goes down. Ijev comes all the way back to commit the foul. So Rafa Mensingen is going to take this one. See the flags of Fuego FC. This one's close to North. North gets a hand to it and takes it well. Looking for the quick counter. Ijev. Important defensive header. Vasquez, the substitute. Tida finding Ramos. It's Cromwell. Ozzy Ramos. Looking for Bijat. Bring it down. Perez. Trying to take it quickly, but in the wrong spot. Dispossessed by Carrera. And trying to unleash Cerritos, still Cerritos. From a heavy tackle from Garcia, who's on a yellow card. Cerritos retreats. Carrera. Referee says to get up. going to be a throw in for North Carolina. He's getting a little chippy. So there's Perez, Vasquez. So for North Carolina, they're going to go back home to take on Madison FC. To the byline, the cross comes in to the last post. Rafa is there. He lays it back. Oh, and it's Blanco following up. What an opportunity for the left back. Another opportunity for North Carolina. They don't capitalize. Fuego stays alive, just down a goal to nil. Going back to the schedule for North Carolina. They go back home and host Madison FC. Then they will be on the road to Richmond on May 17th, which is going to be a meaningful match in USL League One. Holiday with a free kick. Arriaga. Just a lovely blend of youth and experience for this North Carolina team. Here's Blanco. Arriaga, who's only 22 years old. Rafa, the Brazilian. Doing what Brazilians do, trying to create. To the last post, Perez, the Frenchman. Lovely turn by Perez, across the goal. Out by Lemus. Daniel sitting deep. Young. Perez. Get back their shape. Which turns out to be a 4-5-1. With Rafa being on this left midfield side. And Silvania being behind Anderson. Dispossessed by Cromwell. And a lovely ball by Cromwell. He finds Vasquez to the byline and in the end finds the arms of Holiday. But the play by Cromwell was magical. Dispossessed the player and then put Vasquez en route. Vasquez just couldn't hook it back to the penalty spot. Here's the Ghanaian Cromwell finding Vasquez and into the arms of Holiday. Silvania, he's been quiet. Stays on his feet. Silvania. Throw into North Carolina. Perez. Oh, through the legs. Beautifully, and he gets fouled. Now it's going to be a free kick going the other way to Fuego FC. I'd love to take a second look at this. Perez had possession. Did a beautiful, skillful move. Look at the Meg. And then, yep, there it was. His slide tackle. Looks like it was Partida. Free kick to Fuego FC. Rafa with space, blowing past players. Rafa, still Rafa, the shot. Great defending in the end by Dulis. Casillas. Given away. Arriaga. He gives it away. Here's Ozzy Ramos. Finally keeping possession to Partida. Silvania goes down. And it's going to be a free kick for North Carolina. Carrera doesn't agree. So the game got a little scrappy. Ball's been given away. Silvania in the end picks one up and wins a free kick. Donado is asking maybe for a caution, a yellow card. So in the end, Silvania looks to be pretty intent on taking this one. So to Perez. So we have the right-footed Rafa and the left-footed Perez. Referee Fierro. Ball is set. Luis Perez gets this one up and over. Oh, Perez! The Frenchman strikes. What a beautiful free kick. North Carolina take a 2-0 lead. And Luis Perez, who took his time to line this one up, absolutely gets this one up and over the wall with tempo. He took his time, lined it up, and a brilliant free kick. North didn't have a chance. It was struck with pace. It was struck with curve. It was struck with might. And North Carolina now in a commanding 2-0 lead. His third goal of the season. And the visitors are well on their way for another 3 points. Just when you thought Fuego FC would get back into the game, a fantastic strike by Perez, and now Casillas. We talked about the red cards for Fuego FC. 2 in the last 2 games, and now it looks like Casillas is about to enter the referee's books and be the 3rd player in the books for Fuego FC. Jordan Chavez, Omar Lemus, and now Alexis Casillas. Ball down in the corner. Fernandez. And there's Casillas off the ball foul. An easy one for the referee. Cromwell, the 1-2 with Cabrera. Rafa comes all the way back. He does everything. Rafa Mensingen. Carrera. Switching. Bijev dispossessed. Turned by the Brazilian. Casillas. Bijev. Back to Bijev. He goes down, and a free kick just on top of the box. Can Fuego FC respond to that fantastic free kick from Perez only moments ago? angle favors the left foot. And it's going to be the Ghanaian, Abdul Razak Cromwell, who came on for Jordan Chavez, the captain, who was booked in the first half. Now the substitute will have a crack. Cromwell! Wall did his job. Well, Martin Vasquez continues to be cautious about the red cards. Here's that free kick. Brilliant job by Garcia in the wall. It's going to be Harold Hanson, a defender. He's going to come in for Diego Casillas, who was just yellow carded. Vasquez not taking any chances of players getting red cards. Dispossessed. Perez, who's oozing with form, finding Servania. Servania finds Arriaga. Oh, and Lemus smartly lets it for leaves it alone for North. Cerritos making a run. He goes down, and another free kick for Fuego FC. And a free kick for Rafa. He can't believe it. So the adventure by Cerritos, taking the ball right down the throat of North Carolina, and Rafa with a lunging tackle. And a yellow card for his worries. So it was Cromwell with the free kick before, and Bijev takes this one, hits the wall again. So the second yellow card goes to Menzingen for North Carolina. There was one in the first half. Here's Bijev, clips it in to the last post. Goal kick to the visitors, 65 minutes gone. North Carolina, the league leaders, 2-0 over Central Valley Fuego FC. Rafa Menzingen in the first half, and then Luis Perez in the second. Perez looking for Young. Oh, and the return pass to Young, just a little too far. Ruiz. Lemus. And Hansen, substitute. Just playing in a midfield role, replacing Casillas, who was yellow carded just minutes ago. And look at North Carolina, starting to bring some swagger to the game. Short passes, one-touch passes to get away from the pressure. Rafa. Arriaga. Here's Anderson with room. To the byline. Anderson brings it across. Couldn't find Perez. Perez. Here's Bijev pulling off his man perfectly. Bijet goes down. Who says play on? Word from the sidelines is that North Carolina is preparing 2 substitutes to come on. Cerritos goes down from a heavy tackle. It was a shoulder barge from Maldonado. And here comes those substitutes. Number 19, Garrett McLaughlin, who scored the last time these 2 teams played, is going to come in for Anderson. And Raheem Summersall is going to come in for Luis Perez. Summersall from St. Kitts and Nevis. His 2nd season with Tormenta. And McLaughlin, who's appeared in every match so far, only 1 start, is becoming somewhat of a super sub. Cross comes in and Holiday commands his box beautifully. Doesn't look anything like a 17-year-old Nick Holiday. Handsome with the cross. Holiday punches it out. Somersault. Here's Carrera. Cerritos out wide. Ozzy Ramos resets. Cromwell. Ramos trying to find Cerritos. Ramos again. Lemus. The cross comes in, headed out by Garcia. Fernandez rather. Bit of a break. Blanco belts his man beautifully. Still Blanco. He has a step on Lemus. And Lemus did a great job tracking back. Goes down, no call by the referee. Carrera. Fuego FC still playing with fight and vigor. With the class of North Carolina. And Rafa and Luis Perez again on display tonight. 20 minutes left. The league leaders up 2-0. Partida. Finding Vasquez, back to Partida. Here's that replay by Holiday. The cross is going to come in. He goes all the way down to get his hands to this. It looked like it came off his head. Most unusual of clearances. Rafa with space. Finding McLaughlin, the substitute. McLaughlin waiting for support. And in the end wins a corner kick. Looking for Somersault. McLaughlin has 1 assist already this season. Looking for number 2. Looking for his fellow substitute, Somersault. So despite the 2-goal lead, the 2 centre-backs are coming up, Fernandez and Garcia. It's an El Mexicano corner kick. It's going to be the left-footed Silvania, the Puerto Rican. He won a penalty last match. Houston Dynamo youth player. Played short. And a heavy pass from Rafa. Silvania. Rafa goes down. Silvana took one in an awkward spot and he goes over. And Maldonado, I think the referee, if he was close enough, would understand that Silvania took one right into the midsection. Goalkeeper North offering some medical assistance. Cromwell trying to get Sylvania back on his feet so the game can get restarted. Here's that replay. It was Carrera coming in. Here's the tackle, and here's Carrera right into the midsection of Sylvania. And if that was me, I think I'll still be on the ground. Rafa turning, gets the free kick. Almost impossible to stop when he's turning and facing defenders. Rafa Mensingen. We all look at Rafa Mensingen with his goals, 6 in 7 matches, but look at his skill on display. He's still putting on a show, but he's also second in this team in chances created. Luis Perez first. Carrera. Shifting beautifully away from players. Cerritos. Looking for Vasquez. The cross comes in. Was there a deflection? No, there wasn't. It's going to be a goal kick. Second time Vasquez has gotten to the byline and could not square it back. Just can't get his left foot around it. Looking for Mensingen. Kicks this one out of play. 15 minutes remaining in regular time. North Carolina 2 goals to the good. Back to North. Partida gets out of trouble. Cromwell. Oh, and this could be problems. Cromwell put his 2 hands on McLaughlin. And let's see what referee, looks like the referee, Fuego, is this going to use a yellow card? We talked about the red card problems with Fuego FC. McLaughlin clearly fouled Cromwell, but Cromwell let out his frustration on McLaughlin, put his 2 hands on him, and is going to be carded. So the 4th yellow card for Fuego FC. And looks like Cromwell has just gotten a red card. He got a yellow card for his initial challenge and now got a 2nd yellow for putting his hands on the referee. And now, this is now 3 red cards in 3 games for Fuego FC. And the substitute who came on for the captain, Jordan Chavez, has now been red carded. And Martin Vasquez, the coach for Fuego, for Central Valley Fuego FC, cannot believe his players gotten a third red card in succession. Now there is the yellow card challenge on McLaughlin that he will soon receive from the referee. He gets the yellow card, puts his hand on the referee, and now the referee takes offense to that. Second yellow card for putting his hands on the referee. And Cromwell will have to depart. And now a substitution coming in. Number 8, Victor Falk will step in. Ozzy Ramos. So Victor Falk will come in for Ozzy Ramos. And for North Carolina, it will be number 17, Shaquem Adams. And he'll be coming in for number 10, Jaden Silvania. So once the dust has settled, we'll go back over those substitutions. A red card for the substitute, Cromwell. Oh, and another tackle, this time by Bijev. A substitute, which means Martin Vasquez has to go to his bench. Brings in Victor Falk for Ozzy Ramos. And that'll be Central Valley's Fuego's substitution. And the other one for North Carolina will be number 17, Shaquem Adams, coming in for number 10, Jaden Silvania. So for the third successive game, Fuego FC will be playing with 10 men, with Cromwell being red carded. I think they've set some sort of record in USL League One. There's the substitute, Adams, with space. And a lovely tackle by Carrera, who's trying to spark his team. He was brought into this organization as the star player, trying to get them fired up, trying to get them going. If not for this match, for the next one. Rafa with the corner. Goes to the last post, McLaughlin. And it was Hanson who may have gotten the last touch, but looks like it was an offside by Fernandez. Out by North. Defended by Garcia, who was the first person to get a yellow card in this match. He got a yellow card in the opening 15 minutes for North Carolina. Luis Perez was the second to get the yellow card for North Carolina in the second half. Dispossessed, Arriaga finding McLaughlin, the substitute. Adams. Maldonado taking the sting out of it. Adams again, somersaults in the middle. Adams is quick. Somersault. He's created 8 chances this season. The man from St. Kitts. And Young completely loses control of it. And a throw for Fuego FC. Finding Rafa. Rafa sizing up a shot. Possession back to North Carolina. They're starting to manage the game, North Carolina. They're going to start holding possession. Up 2 goals to nil. Look how deep Rafa Mensenjan is. He understands what the game needs. Maldonado, the captain. Somersault. Again, game management right now, Blanco. Dulis up the line, looking for Hanson. Tackled by Blanco. Here's Lemus. Blanco. Somersault goes down. Paco Craig leads Miami FC into Kentucky to face Josh Winder and the reigning Eastern Conference winners Louisville City FC. Don't miss the start of the new season of the USL on ESPN, Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Free kick, just a reminder, Fuego FC down to 10 men for the third consecutive match. Unbelievable but true. Cromwell, who came on as a substitute, is just behind that moon. He's definitely not on the field. He got a second yellow card and he was off in the 78th minute after coming on at halftime. Carrera floating this one in. Hanson into the arms of Holiday. Holiday quite rightly will take his time, slow things down. Again, North Carolina is going to try to take the sting out of the game. Bijev is asking for the press. Fernandez. Just a quick tidbit, Gustavo Fernandez, the center back for North Carolina, is the brother of the reigning USL Championship MVP, Leo Fernandez, the Tampa Bay Rowdies. So there is royalty in that family. Somersault with the interception. Can they get a third? Adams. Adams cuts it back. Still Adams. Oh, and it's a save by North. Adams stayed on his feet. He could have gone down for the penalty. Stayed on his feet. Had the left-footed shot. But North with the big save. Played through. Stayed on his feet here. The grab by the centre back, and North with a foot save to keep this game at 2-0. Rafa to the last post. McLaughlin is there. The shot comes in from Young and just wide. Was there a deflection? It was Arriaga following up. So a goal kick to Fuego FC. Central Valley Fuego FC substitution Adrian Vera is coming in for Omar Lemus, who's on a yellow card. Carolina, Daniel Navarro, the veteran, is going to come in for number 14, Rafael Menzinjan. So the goal scorer comes off for a defender. And number 18, DJ Benton, the newcomer, is going to get a chance for some valuable playing time. He comes in for Nelson Blanco, the left back. Here's Benton. Maldonado. Benton replaced Blanco at left back. There's Benton again. Somersault. Garcia finding Adams. Here's Young back to Adams again. And they're retreating all the way back. Holiday. Bit of a misunderstanding between Fernandez and Holiday. Adams plays it in. Somersault goes down. And here's Arriaga. Intercepted in the end by Falk. Bijev dispossessed. So getting confirmation that there will be 4 minutes of added time. Benton. Garcia. David Garcia. Oh, this is Navarro rather. Adams can't keep possession. Falk. Switching the play to Hanson. Keeps it in play. Benton, the left back, full of energy, gets it back. Benton finding Navarro, substitute to substitute. Navarro immediately getting the captain's armband. So respected 31-year-old. Intercepted by Garcia. Game is winding down. We are officially 90 minutes are up and we are officially in stoppage time. Here's McLaughlin trying to take on DeLuise. North comes out. McLaughlin goes down and an offside call on the substitute. Who's had a pretty quiet debut for his new team, Fuego FC, coming over from Chattanooga Redwoods. So much was expected of him tonight. Played badly, but just didn't impose himself on the game. The shot comes in, over the bar it goes. It was Vasquez coming in from that left-hand side. Had a couple of unsuccessful crosses with his left foot. Thought he'd have a shot with his right. Two minutes left of stoppage time. Mitch North. Bijev looking for Hanson. Misunderstanding continues, especially after Cromwell got sent off. Cromwell rather. He completely went into disarray. Fuego FC. Out of form and then down to 10 men. It's a thankless task. Benton goes down. Vera, the substitute. Carrera. Vera up the line to Garcia. Navarro. Somersault. Here's Carrera. Looking for Vasquez. Big switch from Hanson. Looking for Partida, the left back. And we're into the final 30 seconds of this match. Home team just trying to see it through. And North Carolina have their tails wagging in the air. Hanson. Can they get one back? Navarro is there. Benton under pressure from Hanson. And that is the final whistle. At the end of full time, North Carolina march into Fresno and beat Central Valley Fuego FC by 2-0. Coach Bradford shaking hands with Coach Vasquez. Has to be a happy man. In the end, an easy victory for the league leaders. Goals from Rafa Mensingen and Luis Perez put the league leaders well on their way for another 3 points. Player of the match for Fuego FC is Alexis Cerritos. He was a machine in the midfield from box to box, did everything he could to try and get a goal, but in the end came up short. So Fuego FC continue to struggle, and North Carolina on the other end continue to strive. Let's take a look at the save of the match. Somersault striding forward, playing the ball through to Adams, the substitute. He stayed on his feet, and look at the left-footed save by Mitch North, coming off of his line, closing the angle, and saving a certain goal. Great save by Mitch North, and that was the American Business Machines player of the match and save of the match. So, Luis Perez gets his 3rd goal of the season. Rafa Mensingen gets his 6th goal, and North Carolina continue to march up and down USL League One with a 2-0 lead, 2-0 victory over Central Valley Fuego FC. For the production team, my name is Ryan Davis. We'll be coming back with the stats and the full-time highlights after this break.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Well, the 2 stars that continue to shine for this North Carolina FC team. Luis Perez, number 13, gets his 3rd goal of the season with a dynamic free kick. And the Brazilian, Rafa Mensingen, gets his 6th. Let's take a look at the highlights of tonight's match. In the 32nd minute, Olex Anderson, the St. Vincent player, gets some space and he finds his strike partner, Rafa Mensingen, and a little dink gives North Carolina a valuable 1-0 lead, and Rafa Mensingen's 6th goal in 7 matches. A well-deserved lead for the visitors. And in the 60th minute, Luis Perez, a dynamic strike from 30 yards out to give them a 2-0 lead, and a commanding lead at that. And the Frenchman gets his 3rd of the season and puts North Carolina on their way. Then the unthinkable happens. Cromwell puts his hands on McLaughlin, gets a yellow card. He's not done yet, puts his hands on the referee, gets a 2nd yellow card, and he is red carded. And somehow Fuego FC 3 red cards in 3 matches. As we go to the full-time match stats, 2-0 for North Carolina, 17 shots to 5, just dominant. Didn't win the possession game, but shots on target 5-1. 4 yellow cards and yet another red card for Fuego FC. And that's the end for tonight's broadcast. North Carolina comes in, gets another 3 points against Central Valley Fuego FC. It was Anderson, it was this man Mensingen, Luis Perez, and Central Valley Fuego FC did not have an answer. And that's it for everyone from the production team. My name is Ryan Davis. Thank you for joining us for the broadcast. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.